Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. But as usual, I'm going to go ahead and break down my trades for you guys and let you guys know exactly how it went for me today. So let's jump right into today's recap. And as you guys can see from the screen, right, unfortunately, I did have a red day in terms of day trading. Overall, my account was green because of my swing trades, right? They did save me today, primarily Tesla because it did gap up a lot after the earnings were reported yesterday. But in terms of my actual day trading performance, right, down $28 on SQQQ and about another 58 on TQ. So overall, down $86.72. So I'm just glad I was able to at least keep it under a 1% loss for the day, right? But there were definitely lots of mistakes I made, so I just want to go ahead and share those with you guys so you can learn from it. And yeah, pretty much just let you guys know where I could have executed better. But these are all my filled orders, right? If you guys care to see that, this is a timestamp I started trading at, right? And as you guys can see, I didn't stop trading today until 9 o'clock. So I was trading for a while today and I had a ton of filled orders compared to how I've been trading all week. So definitely lots of over trading and just impulsive trading. So where my struggles really came today were I noticed that the Nasdaq was indicating signs of an uptrend pre-market, right? Trading between the middle and top VWAP, making these higher highs and higher lows. And what ended up happening at market open? Well, this thing started to push and gap up, right? And I actually started to go with it. So as this thing started gapping up, I was getting into TQQQ, and as it would pull on back, right, I would try to reduce my position, and then as it would start to push back up, I would get back in, right? But I wasn't necessarily trying to get in too aggressive. I was up about $50 on the day at this point, and as this thing ended up selling back off to the EMA, I thought we were going to continue to rally here, right? Because we were using the EMA as a strong support all pre-market and even after this push right up. And so I thought once we were pulling on back that we were going to potentially, see another gap up, but that's not what happened, right? We ended up breaking below and I was just pretty much chasing the trade, right? So I had to cut losses there. Then once I saw it forming a support and starting to push, I got back into it thinking we can, start to actually break above it, right? As you guys can see, it got rejected, had to cut losses again, right? So I was definitely being more impulsive, right? And just sending trades whenever I would see any sign of a green candle, right? Thinking it was just going to go, but it would continue to get rejected and I would just be giving back little by little and it really started to add up, right? As you guys can see, right? It would pretty much form a support, right? And I would think it was finally going to go here, right? Because last time we tested the middle VWAP, we ended up making a higher high. And so now that we were trading around the middle VWAP, I thought we were going to start to push. That's not what happened. I had to cut losses yet again, right? So I was all over the place. And then I was, thinking it was going to be SQQQ time, so I'd get in, only for this thing to reverse, right? So I was definitely trading way different than I was, the earlier this week. And I just was making more mistakes in the fact that I was just being more impulsive, right? That was definitely a big lesson to be learned. It's if you don't necessarily know which way direction's headed and you don't feel confident with your trades, then it really doesn't make any sense to, be in the trade in the first place. So I need to be aware of the fact that if this thing was uptrending and now started to break below it, right, and use the EMA as a resistance, then I need to respect that and either get out of the trade, right, of TQQQ and not try to predict where the bottom is or try shorting the market, right, until it makes sense where it could possibly bounce. And, that's really where my struggle with was today. I was definitely not giving market, true direction and time to actually establish direction, right? While it was consolidating, I was just trying to force too many trades and it was really biting me in the butt. And so, as you guys can see, this thing ended up selling off to bottom VWAP, right? And then there was such potential to make money, right? As it found a double bottom here and ended up, rallying for the rest of the day. As you guys can see, from the lows it ended up hitting to the highs, right? If you were in TQs, that would have been, triple what 1.7% is. So that would have been absolutely amazing, right? Over 5% push, just being able to capitalize on this change of direction here. And it's not like that was out of the question it could happen, right? As I indicated in the earlier videos this week, we were very bullish and I was not going to be the one to predict where this thing would, find a top and eventually sell off, right? I knew that anytime this thing pulled on back, it would push up, right? We'd pull on back, push up, and we did pull on back. So it made sense why it could potentially find a support, right? And then continue to push up and see that bullish momentum on the day even today, right? So we are obviously very overextended, as you guys know, right? On the bigger time frame, anytime we've reached these areas, we've typically tended to pull on back. So it's not like we're, going to be surprised if we do see some big resistance, right? But at the same time, right, I don't want to predict, as I mentioned, lots of buying pressure, and it can definitely continue, especially tomorrow, right? With the headline momentum, ending positive on the week and having a really nice week. I could definitely see that happening, but we just always want to stay cautious about trading both sides, right? Rather than just being so set on trading one side for the day, right? So that's what I want to leave you guys with heading into tomorrow. As you guys know, it is earnings, right? And companies are reporting earnings. As you guys can see, Visa, I believe, reported some, right? And this thing ended up gapping up 2.3%. So definitely not bad at all. And the market, right, as you guys can see, once it did eventually end up rallying, right, it only ended up in the red actually in the aftermarket hours here. We're down about 0.5%, so not even a big or too big of a red day. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope you guys all were able to take away something from my mistakes today, right? Definitely don't be impulsive. If it's consolidating and you don't know true sense of direction, it's never a bad idea to just stay cash, right? Until direction actually, confirms itself. But if you don't feel comfortable at all, no need to trade anything for the day even, right? Not the worst idea to, just walk away given these choppy, conditions today. But, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk with you guys about today. If you guys are new, we do appreciate you dropping a like and subscribing. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, stock related, want me to break down any stock or stock indicator, go ahead and drop a comment and I will be more than happy to do that for you guys. Probably make a video on it or something like that. But I will be posting a recap tomorrow, so I hope to see you guys then. Good luck with your trading, and yep, see you guys in tomorrow's recap. Take care.